Good morning. What we're doing today are bindings. I'm going to do a rectangles on edge and a 1-inch mini point and show you for one runner the difference of how they look. I made this for shows, and this is a Lori Holt, and I just think it's so cute because I lived on a farm and we had, it's gonna rhyme, a red barn. So I just thought this was really, really cute. And this is Sweetwater fabric from a while ago, but I just really thought it was cute. So first of all, what I'm going to do is the rectangles on edge. This is what I do when I go to a show and I want it all together. So, as you always do, you take two pieces of fabric right sides together, you figure out the circumference of whatever it's going to be. I use the Robert Kaufman quilting calculator, and then you put your rectangles on edge on top of your fabric. Trace around your ruler, mark your end points. This does not have end points. I take that back. Just mark your centers. This one does not have any end points because you don't have to have end points because you can sew all the way and sew right on your draw line. You don't have to use a 1/4 inch. Okay, so you sew right on your drawn line. You cut it 1/8 of an inch from your sewn line, just like we always do. And my dogs are barking because they know Lindsay's here. And Charlie is madly in love with Lindsay. Then you cut through one layer only, or you will have two halves, and by binding, and then you will cry, especially at this point. Then you put right sides out, then you use your pusher. And this one, I would suggest you do both sides so you have something to hang on to when you first start, because this is pretty small. And then you just iron on it, and do that all the way up. Then you fold it up. There we go. Then, as always, you start in a corner, end in a corner. And then it will be on both sides. Then you take your walking foot and sew with any stitch. I always use decorative because I think it looks really pretty. And when you have 1,050 stitches, why not? Then when you get to the other 3 corners, all you have to do is miter it. It does not matter where you end up because nobody's going to notice because they're going to think, oh, that is the cutest binding I've ever seen. So you just miter the corners, and you start in a corner, end in a corner, and if it's too long, all you have to do is put right sides out, take it 1/4 inch past, sew it, cut it, turn it, and you put it on top of each other, and then you use your decorative stitch or your straight stitch, whatever your heart desires, and then you sew it all the way around here, and you'll have the darlingest binding. It'll be just the cutest thing. Then I made another one because I probably couldn't make up my mind which one I wanted. Or I did it for demos, who knows? But I was thinking at the time. Okay, this is my 1 inch. you do basically the same thing, only you lay this on top of your fabric. Trace around your ruler. This one you mark your endpoints, you mark your centers, mark everything on this ruler. Then you take your walking, or you use a 1/4 inch seam, drop your stitch length to a 2, then you just sew around, and when you get to your endpoint on the top, you do 1 stitch across. Down below you do 1 stitch across, 1 stitch across, 1 stitch across. Otherwise it won't look like mine. You cut it 1/8 of an inch from your sew line, then you put right sides out, then you take your pusher. The one thing about the mini points, one size fits all, and you can iron on them. This is made out of heat resistant macaron, and you can iron on them. And then you fold it in half, and this is going to be your binding also. And I have scallops, and I have mini points. This is a mini point, and I have rectangles on edge, and I have half and half, and I've got all sorts of stuff. We have tutorials of everything. That would be your binding. Then the other 3 corners, all you have to do is miter it. It does not matter where you end up. It looks cute no matter where you end up. And nobody's going to notice anyways. Then you start in a corner, end in a corner. And if it's too long, once again, all you have to do is put right sides out. You sew it, you cut it, you turn it, and it'll look just like this all over again. You start in a corner, end in a corner. Then all you have to do is take your walking foot and do any decorative or straight stitch you would like, and it is just as cute as a button. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. God bless all of you, and we will see you next week.